A storm of secrets in Genoa City. Next week on The Young and the Restless, Genoa City is brimming with new intrigue, heartbreak, and unexpected arrivals that threaten to turn the entire Newman Abbott balance upside down. The week unfolds like a storm gathering in slow motion, each gust carrying betrayal, each raindrop laced with regret. From Claire Grace's desperate bid for survival to Kyle Abbott's emotional unraveling and three mysterious newcomers walking into town, fans are in for a heart-stopping roller coaster that will echo through the rest of fall. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Claire hunted a target of her past. Claire Grace thought she had outrun her demons. After months of trying to rebuild trust with the Newmans, especially Victoria, her once-estranged mother, Claire's new life was supposed to be a healing journey. She had found peace in the small, quiet corners of Newman Enterprises, assisting Nikki and learning the ropes of corporate responsibility. But peace is a fragile thing in Genoa City, and next week, that illusion shatters. The week opens with a chilling phone call. Claire receives an anonymous message that reads only, "You can't hide forever, Claire. You know what you did." At first, she believes it's a cruel prank. But when her car is found vandalized outside the Newman Tower, its tires slashed and "Liar" scrawled across the windshield, panic sets in. The trauma of her past, the manipulations of Aunt Jordan, and the haunting memories of that cabin resurface like ghosts demanding her soul. Nikki, seeing the cracks forming in Claire's calm exterior, steps in with maternal concern. But Victoria, ever the businesswoman, grows suspicious. She wonders if someone is using Claire's past crimes as leverage against the family. In a heated scene, Victoria confides in Victor, who, in typical Victor fashion, decides to take matters into his own hands. "No one comes after my family." "Not again," Victor growls, the glint in his eyes pure steel. But the more they dig, the stranger it gets. Security footage shows a shadowy figure following Claire through Chancellor Park. A familiar silhouette. Some fans are whispering online theories that Aunt Jordan may have had an accomplice, or that someone from Claire's childhood, possibly an institutional therapist, could be resurfacing to settle unfinished business. The real heartbreak, though, comes when Claire finally confides in Noah, who returns briefly from London after hearing the rumors. Their emotional reunion feels tender and raw. Claire's fear melts into a moment of vulnerability as she admits she sometimes feels cursed to be everyone's reminder of pain. Noah assures her, "You're not the villain anymore, Claire. You're the proof that people can change." But even Noah's reassurance can't protect her from what's coming next. The final Friday cliffhanger? Claire receives an envelope on her doorstep containing a photograph, her face, circled in red ink with the words "Next." The haunting silence that follows marks the beginning of a sinister new chapter in her story. Kyle pleads, a heart torn between pride and redemption. Kyle Abbott, once the confident, sharp-minded heir to Jabot's legacy, finds himself drowning in regret. His impulsive decisions, his broken marriage to Summer, his entanglement with Audra Charles, and his ego-driven feuds have left him isolated. But next week, we see a side of Kyle we haven't seen in months, desperate, remorseful, and ready to fight for his family. The week begins with Kyle learning that Summer has officially started dating again. The news hits him harder than expected. Even though he pretends to be indifferent, his facade crumbles during a poignant conversation with Jack. "Dad, I messed up everything that mattered. Summer deserved better, Harrison deserved better, and now I don't even know who I am anymore." Jack, ever the voice of fatherly wisdom, delivers one of those patented Abbott speeches about humility and legacy. But instead of scolding, he challenges Kyle to do something right for once, not for Jabot, not for revenge, but for his son. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That same afternoon, Kyle shows up unannounced at Summer's apartment. The tension between them is thick as glass. He pleads not for reconciliation, but for a chance to co-parent with honesty and respect. In a moving exchange, he admits he still loves her, but knows love isn't enough without trust. "I'm not asking for your forgiveness, Summer. I'm asking for a chance to prove I can still be the man our son looks up to." Summer, torn but stronger than before, tells him she's willing to give him that chance, but warns him that any manipulation or half-truth will destroy the fragile peace they're building. Meanwhile, Audra is not handling rejection well. She lashes out, accusing Kyle of using her as a rebound. In a fiery confrontation at society, she hurls one of her trademark barbs. "You'll never stop wanting what you can't have, Kyle. And that's why you'll always end up alone." But here's where things take a dramatic twist. By week's end, Kyle discovers that one of his business contacts at Jabot has been secretly communicating with Tucker McCall, feeding him internal reports about Abbott operations. When Kyle confronts the mole, he realizes that his father's warning about wolves in the boardroom was prophetic. Now, Kyle faces a new moral test. Will he come clean to Jack, risking humiliation, or cover up the breach to protect his pride? It's a pivotal turning point for Kyle. The man who once thrived on arrogance must now learn humility or risk losing everything that defines him. 3 fresh faces arrive in Genoa City. As if Claire's haunting storyline and Kyle's redemption arc weren't enough, 3 new characters are set to shake Genoa City to its core. Each one brings a unique spark and a hidden agenda. 1. Dr. Ren Maddox, the mysterious therapist. Dr. Ren Maddox, a poised and intelligent trauma specialist, arrives in town under the guise of working with Nikki on addiction recovery programs. Portrayed by daytime newcomer Eliza Bennett, she quickly becomes a central figure in Claire's life. But her methods are unconventional. Ren's sessions with Claire begin innocently enough, guided meditation, trust exercises, but her probing questions soon take a darker turn. She seems to know far too much about the events in Oregon, even mentioning details Claire never told anyone. Sometimes Ren says softly, "Our past doesn't haunt us, it hunts us." Could she be the one orchestrating Claire's stalker nightmare? Or is she genuinely trying to help? Rumors suggest Ren has ties to Jordan's old network of psychological disciples, which might mean she's a hidden threat cloaked in compassion. By the end of the week, she's seen exchanging a mysterious phone call with someone saying, "She's cracking. Just like you said she would." 2. Nate's new colleague, Dr. Elias Grant. Nate Hastings finally gets some good news professionally. Chancellor Winters hires a cutting-edge medical researcher, Dr. Elias Grant, to lead a community health initiative. Played by charismatic newcomer Rome Flynn, Elias is a charming, witty doctor with a dark sense of humor and instant chemistry with Elena. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Elena, fresh off her heartbreak and self-discovery, is drawn to his intellect and empathy. Their interactions spark the kind of slow-burn romantic tension that daytime fans love. But not everyone is happy about it. Devon suspects Elias may have ulterior motives, possibly linked to Tucker's shady biotech investments. Elias, meanwhile, plays it cool, too cool. When questioned, he quips, "I'm not here to steal secrets, Devon. I'm here to save lives. Though if it helps, I'm also very good at keeping them." By Friday, Elias receives a confidential email marked with Tucker McCall's company logo. His smirk as he reads it hints that he's far from the altruistic healer he appears to be. 3. Melody Pierce, the wild card journalist. The third newcomer is Melody Pierce, a sharp, ambitious investigative reporter who arrives in Genoa City chasing whispers of corporate corruption at Newman Media. Played by the bold Maya Stojan, Melody's first stop is Audra's office, where she immediately makes waves by asking, "Tell me, Ms. Charles, what's it like running a company built on lies?" Audra, furious, calls security, but Melody isn't intimidated. Her digging soon puts her on a collision course with Victor and Nick as she begins connecting dots between Victor's shell companies and recent corporate espionage. Melody's relentless curiosity also brings her into Kyle's orbit, and the chemistry between them is undeniable. Fans are already buzzing that this could ignite a dangerous triangle, Audra versus Melody for Kyle's attention. By week's end, Melody secretly records a conversation between Tucker and an unnamed insider at Jabot. The final scene of the week shows her saving the audio file, labeled simply the Abbott Files. The Newman War expands. While these personal dramas unfold, the broader Newman War escalates in chilling ways. Adam, ever the black sheep, takes a new approach to redemption. He visits Claire and offers her help, an unexpected move that Victoria doesn't trust. Maybe I see a bit of myself in her, Adam says quietly. Everyone keeps telling me to move on, but no one tells me how. This scene marks a subtle but profound shift in the Newman family dynamic. Adam and Claire's shared sense of being outsiders gives rise to a fragile alliance. Some fans speculate this could evolve into a powerful friendship, or even a dangerous manipulation if Adam's motives aren't as pure as they seem. Meanwhile, Victor continues tightening his grip over Newman Enterprises. He calls in Nick for a late-night meeting and declares his next move, expanding Newman's influence into Chancellor Winter's territory. Nikki warns him not to provoke Jill, but the mustache smirks. Business isn't about peace, my dear. It's about power. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Expect fireworks when Victor and Jill go head-to-head later in the month, a clash of titans that could divide Genoa City's corporate elite. Faith returns home and brings a secret. Amid all the chaos, Faith Newman returns home unexpectedly from college, visibly shaken. At first, she claims she's back for family reasons, but Sharon senses something more. Faith has been receiving strange texts from an unknown number saying, "Your family doesn't deserve their secrets kept." Could this be connected to Claire's stalker storyline? The writers are weaving threads that suggest a larger conspiracy targeting the Newman clan. If Faith becomes a target, it could pull Sharon, Nick, and even Mariah into the storm. One haunting midweek moment sees Sharon comforting Faith, telling her, "No matter what shadows come for us, we face them together." It's a quiet, emotional reminder that even in Genoa City's whirlwind of deceit, love still anchors the soul. Romance, rivalry, and redemption collide. By Friday's closing moments, the emotional temperature hits boiling point. Claire, trembling but determined, walks into Newman Enterprises to confront whoever's been tormenting her. The elevator doors open and she freezes. "You," she whispers as the camera pans to reveal a familiar face with a smirk. Cut to black. Meanwhile, Call receives a late-night call from Melody. She has proof someone inside Jebo is sabotaging the company. But when he arrives to meet her at Crimson Lights, Melody is gone, leaving behind only her notebook and a coffee cup with lipstick stains. And in a final shocker, Nikki receives an anonymous package at the ranch. Inside is a silver locket containing 2 photos, one of her and one of Jordan. The message enclosed reads, "Round 2 begins." Final thoughts. Genoa City's new era. Next week's Young and the Restless is more than just another week of drama, it's the dawn of a new era. The tone is darker, the secrets deeper, and the characters more emotionally exposed than ever before. Claire's psychological thriller arc merges with the corporate wars of Newman and Abbott legacies, while the arrival of 3 newcomers injects fresh blood and suspense into every storyline. The writers are clearly steering toward a massive November sweeps crescendo, one that could redefine alliances, expose long-buried betrayals, and reignite feuds fans have loved for decades. As Victor Newman's empire trembles, Cal Abbott faces his own moral reckoning, and Claire Grace becomes both hunter and hunted. Genoa City proves once again that in this town, no secret stays buried forever. And when the final credits roll next Friday, one truth will echo louder than all the others. In Genoa City, redemption has a price and everyone must pay. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.